This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis enthusiasts, never heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True Buds.
You hit up the dispensaries, you use delivery, you hit up your dude.
I got like a specific like 2 places I go get weed from. One of them is Agora Temple. You know, they don't sell weed, they sell Holy Sacrament. If you haven't heard of them, go check them out.
All right, it sounds really familiar.
Yeah, he know about that spot. So yeah, and then I got another spot actually kind of where he stays at, because it's just like convenient. It's 24/7.
Oh damn.
That shit just kind of like helped me, like, how do I say it? It allows me to, like I said, space out and be able to be in my own space and be like, you know, get away from everything at one time. So, and then I'm dealing with a cancer woman, so that's like a headache in itself. So it kind of helped ease that, like, that pain from like, oh my God. I love her to death, but she knows it, like, she's very like moody, and I ain't used to that. So, you know, smoking kind of helped me, like, you know, step out of that and just be like, yo, you be tripping, like, you do you. I'm high, you know, leave me alone. You feel me? Like, that's how
Sounds like me and my girl, man.
Yeah. Can't live with him, can't live without him.
Yeah. Yeah, so well, what news have you seen, man? I know a bunch of these big companies are kind of getting fucked right now.
Well, I mean, that's because they trying to force everybody to go to Madman, you know, because Madman is like the Wal-Mart of the weed right now. If I'm not mistaken, they federally subsidized. So eventually you're going to see Madman. Like, I know they just made it recreationally legal in Chicago. And, of course, there's a Madman there. So you're going to see Madman be, like, at the forefront of the dispensaries. I don't know what's the main purpose of that, but when I sit back and think grand scheme of things, like, you can't really trust what's going in none of this weed anyway. Like, who knows? It's all type of shit and all of this shit anyway. So, but I mean, we gonna die anyway, so fuck it, smoke it.
Yeah, it's like, well, with the MedMan thing, it's weird because they're on a point, because they've been like, they're still popping and still opening, but they're still laying people off. And I think like the CEO stepped down recently and shit.
I ain't hear about that. What's going on with that?
So I know this had a bunch of, having trouble, like Ease, the delivery service. I've done a lot of content for it too. They're just having trouble making money. There's laying people off. I don't know if there's probably legalities too of some of their grows and shit, or people they're messing with. I think with Ease, one of their suppliers dropped out who they had a partnership with.
Okay.
But with MedMen, a bunch of these, they're just having to lay people off. They can't afford to.
Well, they charging fucking $80 for a tray 5. Like,
for real?
Who the fuck paying that? Like, that's only
insane.
Tourists are gonna come in and do that. Nobody's paying no fucking $80 for 3.5 grams of weed. That's ridiculous. I don't give a fuck if that weed was gonna send me to Jesus. Like, I'm not paying that. I don't care what type of money I got. Like, I'm not paying $80 for a tray 5, bro. That's like 2 or 3 blunts. You feel me? Like, no sir.
Fuck that, man. And that's why they're having trouble. But the fucked up thing is they kind of have to make money. But it's like, they just need to fucking figure it out to lower the price so people will start fucking with these places. But that's why I don't really get my flower from these places.
I think especially in Chicago, they putting men to the forefront because they trying to take the street dudes out of business because they know that market is available. Like, and I think that shit is fucked up. But especially with the crime bill that they had going on, how they incarcerated everybody, and now you see everybody making millions and millions of dollars off weed. Like, y'all put in so many people of color in behind bars for this shit, and now y'all making money off it. Like, make it make sense.
Yeah, now they see dollar signs, fucking big business trying to come in and fuck it up.
It's all corporate greed at the end of the day.
But that's where I think that, like, people who smoke, it's going to be hard. It's still working for the MedMens and the bigger companies, but, like, real people who smoke respect, like, the smaller, the kind of underbelly culture of just weed in general. And they don't want to pay fucking, like you're saying, $80 for an eighth.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's hard to trick somebody that smokes weed every day. It's for the new people or somebody.
It's the people coming out to, like, Los Angeles on some, I want to try the Cali weed type shit. And, like, I think that's what it is. They getting tourists with that shit. And,
they get off the tour bus and
these
shit.
These rich motherfuckers don't care. They like, shit, it's nothing. I wipe my ass with this money, so it is what it is. So, if that's what's working for them, salute to them. So.
True that.
This is True Buds, that Mary Jane, now we ain't new to this. For my stoners and for my cannabis heard a show as good as this. Yeah, number one, it's the best. Bringing in many special guests in the industry of cannabis. Business owners to growers, even artists you know of. So sit back and just roll up the perfect show for my smokers. True buds.